Hi, my name is Sansara Taylor. I'm a writer for Revolution newspaper, and I'm a supporter and advocate of the new synthesis of communism brought forward by Bob Avakian. And I am so proud to stand here on Sproul Plaza, which in less than 72 hours will be defiled by a parade of fascist ghouls, internet cranks, white supremacists, women haters, immigrant terrorizers, and sycophants and operatives of the Trump-Pence fascist regime. It is doing great damage to freedom of expression and to the legacy of the free speech movement for them to come here and misappropriate that history, and for this to have been aided by Chancellor Christ and the UC Berkeley administration. So it is in the shadow of this travesty that I am proud to make this announcement that Bob Avakian, the most radical revolutionary on the planet today, the chairman of the Revolutionary Communist Party, the author of the Constitution for the new socialist republic in North America, a former Cal student and an active participant in the actual free speech movement, somebody who was arrested in the mass arrest right here in Sproul Hall, who spoke out on top of the police car in 1964 in the original free speech movement. Bob Avakian will be coming to speak at UC Berkeley this April 2018. He'll be addressing communist revolution and freedom of expression. And as part of this, he will be refuting and exposing the lies that Chancellor Christ has spread about the free speech movement. This speech has great import to the future, to the present, and to the past. It matters to the future because Bob Avakian is the author of a constitution, a sweeping and concrete document for an emancipated society, not just for people in this country, but all over the world. Students need to hear this. Now more than ever, when there is a fascist regime in the White House that is gunning for Muslims and immigrants and women and LGBTQ people, people need their sights lifted. They need to know that a different world is possible, a genuine, a new communism. People, this matters for the present, because as I said, there are fascists in the White House, and they are targeting Berkeley, and they're coming here this week. And Bob Avakian has stood out not only for analyzing the roots of this fascism, but for calling on people from a great diversity of perspectives to stand together, to move heaven and earth and to drive this regime from power, and to stand up this week at Cal. In a recent talk, he addressed those who say, "Oh, fascism, it couldn't happen here." He said, "Oh, no, it couldn't happen here in a country founded on white supremacy and slavery. Oh, no, how could fascism happen here? The only country that dropped nuclear bombs on civilian populations." He went into this and he's struggling with people as a revolutionary communist, but for people from every perspective who refuse to accept a fascist America, to get organized, to stand up and to drive this regime from power starting November 4th. So this matters to the present. And it matters to the past, because the actual history of the free speech movement was not a history of students on the right and the left coming together, as Chancellor Christ has portrayed it. It was a movement of students standing up against white supremacy, against bigotry, and against the suppression from their campus that was standing in the way of them doing this. Bob Avakian was part of that movement, and he is going to set the record straight on this. This legacy matters. So finally, I want to say that while it has done tremendous harm to freedom of expression, the way that Chancellor Christ and the UC Berkeley administration have distorted the history of the free speech movement, it would do to roll out the red carpet for fascists. It would do even greater harm if they were to in any way stand in the way of Bob Avakian coming here to speak in April. Because fascism already has a platform. The most powerful platform in the world, the White House. And the ideas that most need to be protected. An important principle from John Stuart Mill, which Bob Avakian has fought for and brought to bear in this Constitution, is that the ideas that most need to be protected are those which challenge existing authority, that go up against entrenched orthodoxy, and that most of all are poorly understood and actively suppressed by ruling powers. So for all these reasons, I am proud and thrilled to announce that Bob Avakian will be speaking here on this campus in April, and putting everybody on notice that you are going to want to be there, and the administration on notice that you ought to afford the same courtesies to this speaker who's fighting for human emancipation as you have for these fascists who should never have been allowed here. Thank you.